Coming to you live from Camp Happy Trails. This is Optimal Play. I'm Brandon.
I'm Kyle.
And we're back already.
So quickly.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see when this gets released.
I mean, back. You might be just joining us. I say that because we recently played through the entire career of Hostage Negotiator by Van Ryder Games and had a blast doing it. And so only a couple weeks later in real lifetime, I'm not sure when this video is getting posted, but we're getting the gang back together to play Final Girl.
Heck yeah.
That's it, right? I'm on the right camera angle. We're off to a great start.
Here we are.
Yeah.
This is the Final Girl.
So this is kind of a spiritual successor / re-implementation of Hostage Negotiator. I've played it quite a bit, just solo. You've played it very little. Mm-hmm. So we'll have a little bit of a different vibe, I think, as you get up to speed, as opposed to Hostage Negotiator, where before we ever played on camera, we had played like a couple dozen times.
Veterans, yeah. But that being said, I'll be leading us through all the peril. Because this brain, it don't quit.
All right, you're going first.
No, wait. I don't want the megaphone, the knife.
The knife.
whatever we're passing back and forth.
It won't be the knife in this scenario. I'll tell you why in a minute. But speaking of which, what we're going to play is the scenarios. Each series of Final Girl, if you it's either sold separately or included in like an all-in Kickstarter backing, has this lore and scenario book for each killer there are, I think it's consistently 5 scenarios that are like the film franchise about that killer.
Nice.
And so these are what we're going to play. Starting with the one featuring, you can see we have Hans at Camp Happy Trails, kind of the classic no frills basic scenario, except there are some frills here. Because we're playing it as a scenario. Right?
Gotcha.
And what we've been warned about by YouTube commenters, by videos I've watched of people attempting these scenarios, and by by AJ Purfarino. I'm sorry if I butcher your name, AJ. Himself. These are not easy. So I've invented a handicap system for us, so that this is not just a video series of us losing all the time. It still might be.
I was going to say, There's no guarantees. I won't commit to that. Girlfriend won't die, but we might lose every game.
So as an excellent Van Ryder Games customer, I have the all-in perks for Series 2 of Final Girl, which includes these ultimate dice. The normal way that you earn these is, so every Final Girl, when you rescue enough victims to fill up their like track on their side of the card here, you flip them over and get their ultimate ability. If you own these dice, what the rules for these dice say is that you can forego their ultimate ability to gain one of these dice at that moment instead, giving you like some flexibility. And then which ones you have access to depends on how many victims it took you to flip the final. So some of them have access to like more powerful dice than others. We are just going to give ourselves 1 to start, and then anytime we win a scenario, we will lose 1 dice from our pool of ultimate dice, and then when we lose 1, we will add 1 to it. So we'll have this little boost to overcome these theoretical, or from what I hear, impossibly hard scenarios.
Great. So it's additional dice to this, right?
Yeah, so the way these dice work, like let's look at this blue one, for example. This has a movement symbol on it. If this is the die that we have, then anytime we play an action that can move, like walk or sprint, we will roll this in addition to the regular red horror dice.
Okay, cool.
And if it lands on, and there's on this particular die, there's 3 blanks, so it's far from guaranteed that we'll get extra speed from it. But if 2 things are true, if it lands on a speed symbol, and if we roll well enough on the red dice to get any movements, then you add this to it. If you fail miserably and don't get to move, then this does not turn a 0 into a higher number.
So if we don't get to move up to 1 space from our walk, at least.
Exactly. Then we're not adding the die. We can't add this to 0.
Got it.
Yep. So, but that said, I'm going to throw these all into this handy dandy drawstring bag that I stole from the Deep Rock Galactic board game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, it is. We should play more of that.
I know. I've been wanting to.
Well, why don't you draw a die out?
All right, I'll get the best one. Don't worry.
Do you even know what the best one is?
Nope.
All right, I love it.
It's that one. Definitely that one.
Okay. It's the time die. I would speculate that this is far from the best one. But that's fine. That's fine.
There's a lot of good sides. Look how many sides there are.
Are there any? There's one blank on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So, I did great.
So this can be played with actions that may give us time. Many actions cost time, but any that give us time, such as distraction, that can increase it, or focus with 2 successes. Yeah, I think that's about it.
That's it.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
It's not the best die.
Not the best die.
Turns out.
But since this is the freebie that I decided we should get because I wanted to play with the fun dice at the start of this whole
I think it's
thing,
perfect.
It's perfect that we got a weak one. Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I am going to tell you about the killer and final girl and the scenario, but first, I'm going to suggest that you like this video. Why not? You've barely even watched it yet, but you'll probably like it.
It's only one way to find out. You like it, and then you watch it.
Yeah, and then you subscribe.
Yeah. And then you comment?
All the things.
Okay.
It's literally the only way to support Optimal Play, so...
That's true.
Yeah. Also, go back and watch our Hostage Negotiator campaign. It was great.
It was.
Yeah.
I mean, if I were to make a recommendation, I'd say, like, go watch, like, Year 1, Year 5, Year 10.
I don't know. There were some...
If you want the abridged, but, not hostage negotiating.
the like, exception
anything but the
years.
game.
Yeah. I don't know. It was after year 4, though, that we, after we hit stop on the recording, we ended up having such a good conversation about how much fun we were having that I posted that, too.
Oh, yeah. So watch that one, too. But definitely watch the end, because, man, that was amazing.
Yes.
That was so good.
Yes, it was.
I had so much fun.
Okay, so this campaign, this feature film franchise, is about Hans. So for some of these, if we stick with, we're not promising that we're going to play all 60 scenarios. That will become 90 presumably when Series 3 comes out. But we're planning to play some games of Final Girl. So I do like the backstories of the killers and things. I may read them on camera sometimes. However, Hans's is so long.
Give me the abridged version.
And I watched the channel Quackalope played one of his scenarios. He just played it solo, and he read it, and I watched that video, and it took a full 5 minutes. I looked at the clock. Wow. It was literally 5. So I'm going to spare you, but I'll summarize it as follows.
Give it.
Hans was a child in a family of butchers. That was generations of butchers in Germany. He grew up to be big and burly and strong, but never spoke. And his grandmother, anytime they came to town...
He's mute.
He at least never spoke. Okay. We actually don't know whether he can, I don't think. His grandmother, so he was always in town, people were sketched out by him because he was always wearing a wooden pig mask. And his grandmother explained that she made him wear it because he was such a little piggy, always eating. And so he never spoke, but you would hear chewing under that mask all the time. Ew. Fast forward a little while, and those butchers stop coming to market in the town, and eventually the town checks on them, finds them gone, and none of those people will tell anyone else what else they found there. They found something horrific. And so that whole family is gone. But then in the months and years following that, other people around the town start disappearing. And eventually the town just becomes a ghost town where years later, this camp was built. The town is called Happy Trails, and we are at Camp Happy Trails.
Amazing.
Yeah, so rumor has it that Hans, I don't remember, there was no real explanation. He upgraded at some point to a metal pig mask, but rumor has it that he still stocks these parts, doing whatever it is he's doing and chewing on whatever it is he chews on.
Yeah, it seems like he's eating all the people. It doesn't seem great.
No. It does seem that way. It's only implied. We don't know. He might be fine.
It's probably not.
And then in the story in this book, this is all that is all nestled within a camp counselor telling the story around the campfire, and he's and then at the end of the story, the kids are all freaked out because they hear chewing sounds from the woods, and the camp counselor is you can come out now, Frank, or whatever the guy's name was. He totally staged it, but then it turns out that
it's just Hans eating.
Basically,
Frank.
yeah. I can't remember if he steps into camera in the text or not, but it wasn't actually Frank. Yeah,
it was Frank being eaten, maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, and then this whole franchise. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a good one. So some of the other killer backstories are shorter. Oh, I'm flipping through. Some of them are still pretty long. So maybe maybe I'll make a habit of summarizing them.
Yeah, I think that felt good. I like it.
For you.
Tell me a story, Brandon.
I'll tell you a story about Lori.
Tell me.
Lori Carpenter was born with a chip on her shoulder, even from a young age. The fastest way to get her to do something was to tell her that she couldn't do it. No, you can't try out for football. No, you can't learn how to play guitar. No, you can't take martial arts. Whenever she heard the word no, a switch flipped deep inside her, and she would do everything within her power to accomplish the very thing she'd been told she couldn't do. While this quality turned Lori into an ambitious, focused, tough-as-nails woman, it didn't exactly win her many friends. Most people were turned off by her intensity, and a lot of people who came into her orbit were a bit scared of her. Even at 5'10", Lori gave off the vibe that she could break you in two if she felt like it, no matter how much bigger or stronger you might be.
5'10", that's not a small woman.
No.
Even at 5'10".
Yeah, it's true. It's very, it's a slightly above average height.
That's an average height man.
Yeah. But those who stuck around discovered a fiercely loyal friend who would go to hell and back for them. One thing was certain, you definitely wanted Lori on your side, and you'd better run for your life if you were her enemy. I'm sure that's what Hans will do. Just run for his life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
There are a couple tips for playing with Lori here. Lori is light on health, but she has one of the most powerful abilities, increasing damage. Put a powerful weapon in her hands, and she is a force to be reckoned with. As such, focusing on saving enough victims to unlock her ability should always be a priority. So it takes 6 victim saves to flip her over. But
seems tough.
We should do it. I saw as I was telling the Han story, you noticed that your drink was empty. I forgot to get one too. So
I did.
I'm gonna pause and get us drinks.
Let's do it. That being said,
and we're back with hard
Cheers.
seltzers. It's 3:00 on a Friday afternoon, so we're not going too hard today.
Yeah.
But this game probably will drive us to drink, so I'll stock up the decanter on whiskey.
Good.
Okay, so the scenario.
Whiskey in this game sound actually kind of fun.
It sounds delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the vibe.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. All right. So the first scenario is called Night of the Pig. Here's the intro. Lori had never wanted to come to camp, much less participate in the annual nighttime treasure hunt. But her girlfriend had been very convincing. It'll be fun, babe. Come on, do it for me. Lori never could say no to Lucy. Within minutes of the starting whistle, they'd become separated, and now Lori was lost and becoming angrier by the minute. But her anger turned to fear when the screams began. She frantically began searching for something to use as a weapon. Anything. When she remembered that the new camp director was a pacifist and had gotten rid of archery, wood carving, and anything resembling a weapon. Damn it, Lucy, what have you gotten us into? Lori would have to make do with her hands if she and Lucy were going to survive the night and whatever was out there in the dark.
So no knives.
So no weapons of any kind. The items up here are generally random from a pool of this location's items, and it has a healthy mix of weapons. This had me set up a specific 12 items, none of which are weapons, shuffle them up and make the item piles out of those. So I think that what the advice about Lori was saying, where you want to flip her, is...
Ignore it.
No, I was going to say is way more important than ever. Because that's practically...
It's not just +1 damage when you're dealing with a weapon, it's just +1 damage?
Well, we can check. Nope, it's just when you inflict damage, doing additional damage.
Yeah, that's really important.
Yeah, I think it's clutch to having any chance of defeating Hans here to get her flipped over. So, otherwise the setup, because this is the first time we've done a scenario, it told us to do this treasure hunt setup. It kind of just has the victims scattered around. It gave us the 2 specific events that this game will use, one of which we're going to flip last thing before we start, and then it told us the 10 specific tarot cards that are in here. So,
wow.
it's all on theme.
Is it shuffled still?
It is shuffled,
okay.
yeah. The events are not shuffled. Those are in a predetermined order. And with that, I'm going to flip the first one.
Do it.
It is... Stubborn Kids. I think, if I can do it without dropping this. Yeah, I have a zoom in view that can maybe see this. Damn teenagers think they know everything. This just says 1 less victim will follow you.
And normally it's 2, right?
Yeah, normally you can move with 2. So this effect will remain for the entire game. We've got to deal with that. So it's critical that we rescue 6 victims, only one at a time.
How critical?
I mean, maybe it won't happen, but we should probably aim for it, I still think.
Okay.
With that, you've played Hostage Negotiator and a little bit of Final Girl. So just like that, pick up this hand of 6 zero-cost cards.
Which is called what?
Which is called...
Because are we, is this still the megaphone? Are we directing this movie that's... Are we just in our director chair? Like, all right, Lori, a little bit more intense. Come on.
That's... Like,
it's pretty meta, though.
We talked about that when we were, like, debriefing from the Hostage Negotiator campaign. Like, the one problem... I think that's the best idea that I've heard. The one problem with that is that, like, it doesn't make sense for her to, like, die when you don't want her to if you're the director, right?
Yeah. We're just very, like, new age. We're like, we don't want anyone to predict what we, like, sometimes we have a 45-minute movie, and they just have to deal with it.
How about we're the, like, we're the studio executives, the executive producers.
I don't want to be associated with them right now.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's right. Pay your workers. I was gonna say so. We're telling the directors how it should be, and then they may or may not agree.
I like it. Anyway,
so what are you gonna do?
Well, pass the megaphone.
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see how it's done.
Okay. Well,
so you start with, so it's different with here. You have time that you can spend using the cards that usually will spend time, but you start with 6. So, like, if you passed without playing anything, you'd have 6 points to buy with, right?
Yeah, that's one of. I mean, actually, I was going to say it's one of the biggest departures from the Hostage Negotiator formula. Maybe that's ultimately pretty small compared to things like there's a board you move around.
Yeah.
But instead of having 0 conversation points at the start of each round and hoping to gain some, you start with 6, but playing cards tends to spend it. And so you're striking a balance between how many cards do you play versus how much time do you leave yourself to buy fancy new cards.
And remind me how you get people out of camp.
You rescue, you rescued hostages. You save victims. No, maybe you saved hostages too. Anyway.
Green spaces.
So there's 3 green spaces. Anytime that we move the final girl, normally up to 2 victims can move with you. In this, because of they are stubborn kids, only 1 at a time will come with us. And then anytime that we move into a green space with 1, we may save it, which removes it from the board, puts it on to our final girl's track here in whatever space we choose, and we immediately get that bonus.
So we can, like, lower horror or take an additional action card of 2.
That's cool. That type of stuff. Yep. And then when we've filled all those slots, that's when we flip her over and get access to her ultimate ability. The items, so these items are accessible using the search cards specifically at these orange highlighted locations. I'm not sure how well the pin lines around these picks up on camera, but that's the utility shed, the dock, and the cabins.
And that's specific to the cabins, the dock.
Yep, they each have their own item deck.
Okay, got it. The bear trap looks like it can deal damage.
Yeah, the bear trap is an item that you can then place in a space, and if the killer moves into it, the killer ends its turn immediately and takes 2 damage, which seems great.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's start with some good old-fashioned walking, I think.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah. I guess I'm trying to think. So, I'm already thrown off, because to me, the obvious play would be, despite the killer being here, like, hopefully the killer would move up this way, because I would swing through, try to get both of these victims, and save it here. However, you can't take them both with you. So... I don't know what that means the plan is. But
I feel like the plan actually looks, besides for the fact that I want to go to the docks for the bear trap, like, it feels like there's 6 victims in the north side of camp, and you could there's like 2 spaces away here. Makeout point's way out there.
Also, why is there 1 person at makeout point?
It's real sad.
It is. Poor lonely teen.
He's like, I thought, never mind.
I mean, it is a treasure hunt. I guess he's looking for treasure. Yeah, it's not clear what they're searching for out there, but all right, let's walk. I'm gonna walk. So our horror level has us rolling 2 dice. So I'm gonna roll a 2 dice. I got 2 successes. Look at that to start. So we get to move up to 2 spaces, and we do spend 1 time.
Got it.
So yeah, I guess I just I already don't know what to do. I think we want to be over here and try to get the victims that are nearest to the killer to safety first.
Okay.
So they don't all just die while we're like in this corner running around. So I think I'm going to go 1, 2, bringing that
I think that's what I
victim
would
with
have
us. Yeah. Okay.
So, must be the right call.
Obviously, yeah. And then I think I want to try to focus and start getting the horror level down. So I'm going to play a focus card on 2. If I get 2 successes again, this is reducing horror and gaining time. So I'm going to roll the green die with it, just in case of that outcome.
Right.
But if we don't get 2 successes, this die can't do anything. That's my understanding.
Yeah.
But 1 success would still lower horror. I think that would be good. We did
Wow! Wow!
it! There were entire games of hostage negotiation where we were just like, how is our luck this good? We're already having that with Final Girl.
Maybe it's just us,
Incredible.
Brandon.
Yeah, maybe we're just great.
So we reduce horror by 1.
Yes.
And we gain 3
time because our
1,
ultimate
2,
die added
3.
1.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's that is incredible.
Wow.
Damn, I'm amazing at this game. I don't know if I told you that.
Turns out. I don't think we need the handicap shit.
Well, I mean, the
It will
policy
make
is
it,
it'll
yeah.
go away
It'll
if
go
we
away.
win here. So, yeah, next time when we don't have one, I'm going to remind you said that.
Yep.
Okay, I think I'm going to walk one more time and try to get this victim out the door. Otherwise, well, if Hans moves towards the nearest victims right now, he would actually head up here anyway, because he goes, if they're both 2 spaces away, he would go towards the one with the most victims in this space, so he would head that way. So I guess it's safe there. So, okay, I'll just hand you these.
Wow.
No. See, this is where the hostage negotiator, where we need to change these habits a little bit. My thinking was like, well, I want to give you some cards, so you have something to do next round.
You're gonna give me so many.
But you're going to have all that time to buy whatever the hell you want. So you don't need my 0 cost cards. I'm going to walk. We're walking.
Walk.
Strut, really. We are so confident now. Watch how well we walk. Okay. We don't want great.
Convertible.
Yeah. I don't think that we're going to need this weak attack or short rest terribly soon, so I'll convert a success.
Yep.
By the way, one other slight difference from Hostage Negotiator, 3s are also convertible successes.
Nice.
Yeah, so expect to do that more often.
So have cards to convert. Got it.
Yeah. So on 1 success on walk, we move up to 1 space and spend a time.
Done.
Okay, so I'm going to save this victim.
Except
And
now you're the closest victim, right?
it depends on what the action is
Okay.
that he's taking. A lot of the time, he targets the closest victim. Period.
Well, I have some news. We could move 1 space right here if we put it.
Oh,
on
and
that.
get away from him. I was
Yeah.
thinking horror level decrease, but actually, I don't hate moving.
Yeah, I mean we're right. The dock is right next to this too, so like
Yeah.
we can get another one pretty quickly.
So yeah, why don't you? Yeah, let's do that. Why don't we take the free move towards the dock, and then you've got 7 time to spend. So probably make sure to get at least 1 search card, since the dock is where that bear trap is.
yeah, I think at least 1. You give
There's
me
the 0,
focus.
yeah, that you're taking over. Mhm.
Oh, focus is good too. I like that.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, really the only reason I didn't play it now is because you might as well play it when you have cards to convert.
yeah, that's fair.
Speaking of which, there are Close Calls is that reroll card that is pretty clutch in Hostage Negotiator.
Pretty
It's
good.
actually a little bit upgraded. It's reroll any 1 die or spend 2 time to reroll all dice.
That seems pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Planning for the next horror roll. All the rolls is like threat roll, horror roll, right? That's the idea.
Yeah.
Okay. Furious Strike. Those are all damaging. Distraction seems good too.
Distraction does seem good. Yeah, I mean,
Especially if 1 success could be extra time for us.
and one thing that is not different from Hostage Negotiator is getting that horror level down to where we have 3 dice is real good.
All right, I'm gonna grab a search, a distraction, and 2 close calls.
Okay, I like it. Then we'll just
What I meant
clean up the
was-
cards that I played. Yeah.
So I assume that gets reset to 6.
Yes, the time gets reset to 6, and then we go to the killer phase. This is where we're gonna draw a tarot card.
Oh wait, did you not move to the docks? Because you should have.
No, we were here. I moved here.
Is that not connected to the docks?
Oh, it is connected. Oh shoot, I totally thought we had to go like that.
No,
Oh.
you fool.
Even better. Okay. So we do the killer action first.
Okay.
Hans's killer action is to target the final girl or victim in his space and attack it. No one in his space. We avoided...
We did it.
We did it. Off to a good start. Then the first tarot card is taking souvenirs. If there are no victims on the board, we would discard this and draw the next one. Otherwise, he's going to target the nearest victim, move twice his speed, and attack twice. Oh, wow. This is actually going to be terrible. Because the nearest victims are... Oh, actually, it's going to be... It's going to be the docks.
Oh.
Yeah, because I think
awful.
that the tie is broken by us being there. Right? Shoot.
I thought ties are broken by flavor.
Only if you run out of actual rules for breaking ties.
Oh.
If there's a tie between who's close, choose the group that has the most victims present. Oh, the final girl is not a victim. Then if there's still a tie... Okay. Okay, so we have our first tie. Final girl doesn't contribute here.
Oh.
So we actually haven't talked about this. The game recommends several ways to... the game recommends several ways to break ties, and that you choose one and be consistent. And it's basically like what is most thematic, what is funniest, I believe, or what makes the game hardest for you. Which route are we going with? I feel like
for us it's thematic or funniest.
I agree. I think it's thematic. Like
Yeah.
we are flavor people. So then what's more? So I actually and. The problem with this is that you're always biased, right? When you're trying to like make the theme justification. Mm-hmm. But it seems a little early in this movie for the deaths to be happening in front of the protagonist.
I agree.
Yeah.
that is generally how I was going to say that too.
So I do think that Hans is going to move up twice at speed 1 each time, but moving twice up to the utility shed, attacking twice. So he's going to kill both victims. Each time he kills a victim, and there's a spot for dead victims. Each time a victim dies, bloodlust goes up. When he reaches this spot on the track, horror increases. And then, taking souvenirs says, for each victim killed during the killer phase, +1 +1 bloodlust. So it's going up another 2. So that's a pretty rough start.
Yeah.
For him to already be up 4 on the bloodlust track.
I'm sure it's fine.
One other thing, since he did a double kill with taking souvenirs, I do have this book of gruesome deaths that has the flavor text for all the ways that victims can die. And I've read this one actually. This was the taking souvenirs. I know is extremely gruesome because I happened to turn to it when I was just like skimming this. So here's what happened up at the utility shed. Tiffany had been bound and tossed into a dark cabin, I guess, or into a utility shed. She had tried to escape for hours, but to no avail. Rain began to trickle onto the tin roof, and Hans opened the thin door. Tiffany screamed!
Ah!
As he approached her, he flipped her over and revealed a shining cleaver. He pierced her back with it, cutting a long, thin piece of her skin off. She screamed as the warm blood trickled down her back. She watched as he took her skin and placed it onto a collection of small hooks hanging from his belt. There were other pieces of skin, some much drier than others.
Ooh.
He took the cleaver and laid it for precision on her neck, and with a clean chop, he separated her head from her body.
That wasn't as bad as the first part.
The flavor text in this book goes hard.
Yeah. He got jerky with him. I don't like it.
So, and actually take that and imagine it was like Tiffany and her friends.
And her friend, yeah.
Tiffany, yeah.
Yes, Tiffany and Tiffany, naturally. I think it's Tiffany and her lover, Tiffany.
Right. This is a teen horror movie, so you're right. Everyone's lovers.
Yeah.
So the next phase is the panic phase. Any victims that were in the killer's space would panic because someone died in this round, but there's no one in the killer's space. So
and then we hit those 2 horror marks, and that's why the horror went up twice.
Yep.
Dang.
Yep. And we're just one bloodlust away from revealing his dark power, which is one of several cards that could be there. But the scenario told me which one to put there, so it's also customized for this situation where we're unarmed.
Great.
Yeah, and have stubborn kids.
Damn kids.
So anyway, your turn now. What you gonna do?
Well, this is rude.
Yeah, a little bit.
Alright. I think I'm going to start off. There's nothing that ends the conversation or whatever that ends the killer phase, is there?
It is this X symbol.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
Got it. I want to distract him from all the way over here. It doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, I don't see why not. You've got some close calls for rerolls if you need them.
Yeah, I feel like I have, like, this is the time
or
to do
to
it.
convert. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to play distraction. I have some close calls. I can convert. Let's do it.
Wow, okay. 1 success and +2 time. Do you want to convert the other one for another horror and another time?
Ooh.
That is the difference it would make. But you do have a handful of cards you paid for, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have the focus is the only one. So I can do like a focus and the close call if you think that's worth it.
I actually think for an extra horror level decrease, that probably is worth it.
Okay.
And it's an extra time.
But this one also potentially horror, but that's rolling still. I don't think it's worth
This makes it a sure thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I will spend both those, so I get -2 horror +4 time.
Yeah. Maybe this die is overpowered if you just roll successes on every single roll you make. Yeah,
great.
That'll be the strategy. We've
Just-
cracked it.
Yeah. Succeed always. Got it. All right. Well, I'm here. I'm ready to party. Let's do it.
Ready to party at the docks.
I'm gonna search
All right.
the docks.
Okay. Roll those beautiful dice.
I shall.
Oh, 1 success. What's 1 success do on a search?
1 success. Take the top item card at your space. That's the one I wanted.
Okay, it's the bear trap.
And I spend 1 time doing that.
Yep.
Seems fine.
Yeah. What's the bear trap do?
The bear trap. Anybody who steps on this gonna have a really, really, really bad day. Spending 2 time to place it in your space, not the lake. That makes sense.
There's no bears in lakes, Kyle.
Yeah, that's the reason. Not that the pressure wouldn't get triggered. No, there are no bears in lakes, so of course.
Yeah.
You can't set it there, because you can only set bear traps where there are bears, possibly.
Correct.
Got it. So if a killer enters the space with the bear trap, discard the token and immediately end the killer phase. That's great. The killer receives 2 damages.
Yeah.
That seems great.
That does seem great. So, and it would be probably even greater when his speed is up, because that could be, it could be that he was going to double move and move 4 spaces and we cut him off or something like that.
Yeah.
So maybe we keep it in hand for now.
So that's a double move, that icon? 2 boots?
When there's 2 boots, and he moves his movements twice. Yeah.
Gotcha.
His speed.
Rude.
It is rude. Yeah.
That being said, here's the rest of the hand.
Okay. Time to go shopping?
Yeah.
So I want us to get these victims saved and move on. So I guess I'm going to take all these zeros, which included 2 walks, but I'm also going to take a sprint. And then I think I'll take a search because we're at a
still
searchable
at place,
location.
yeah.
Let's keep doing it. Yeah.
Okay, 2.
And then I still have 5 left. That's so
do.
much time.
do.
And there's no close calls to buy, so why don't I take a distraction and 1 more sprint?
Love it.
How many cards is this?
Yeah,
5,
like
6,
probably
7,
10.
8, 9, 10. 10 on the dot, so that's the hand size limit.
Same thing.
Okay, well, so in the killer phase, Hans does not move, but attacks anything in his space, so that's fine. And then Terror?
I will terrorize you. Let's see. Let's go see if the rumors are true.
Ooh.
Place 2 new victims in the space where the killer started the game. Oh. That's kind of fine. That's right next to an exit?
Yeah, actually, this as long as he doesn't get there first and murder them, then yeah, that does seem alright. Okay, so they're gonna go here.
And then it horrors us?
Yes, that's increased horror by 1.
Okay, increasing horror by 1, and I put it into the zoom and then you cut away.
Oh, I was trying to show the horror increasing.
Nice. And then also this is back to 6, and then we draw the next event.
Oh yeah,
the last event. I
yeah,
guess?
it's only a 2-card event deck, and I'm guessing that's because the terror is what triggers events, and it knows exactly what 10 cards are in the deck. So this is probably the only time that's going to show up.
Makes sense. Uh-oh, it's girlfriend. She's cute, funny, and the biggest badass I've ever known. Aw, that's sweet. The victim closest to you is now your girlfriend. Ooh, she will follow you into the killer space. Is that not usually the case? They won't follow you?
No, normally victims will not follow you into killer space. So there's Lucy.
While she's in your space, roll +1 die. This is great!
Whoa. That is great.
This
Keep
is
reading.
amazing.
I bet it doesn't take a turn for the worse.
No. Sorry, +1, yeah, for each horror roll. If the girlfriend dies while in your space, 5 horror masks. Seems pretty bad. You're pretty traumatized by that.
Yeah, a little bit.
So either you you stop bringing her around with you and you let her die on her own while you're not there to see her die.
It's always an option to save her. Right? We could just, our very next move could be to take her out the exit so that we don't risk the 5 horror happening.
That feels like the wrong move.
Honestly, I kind of think it's the right move here because we can only move one victim around. So if we're bringing her around with us, we're not accomplishing saving anybody.
You're right.
She is unfortunately
But
still a stubborn kid. She's
God
a badass,
damn
but
it.
she's a stubborn badass.
She is a stubborn badass. Well, that's great. Okay, yeah, I think you might be right, but we could still use the bonuses to do like searches and roll up or sprint while we're still with
For
her.
sure, and we could definitely go for a sprint, rescue this one, or maybe we leave her here and kind of save her for last, and
I don't know those 3. Yeah,
but for now, seems like better than if it didn't happen.
But that's great. All he did was bring us some new people to save.
Yeah,
and raise horror.
But
that's fine.
Who's counting?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Then in the panic phase, no one panics because nothing bad happened.
I wasn't panicked.
Treasure hunt is just proceeding.
What's normally panic phase? I don't know that one.
Oh, in the panic phase, which is after the killer phase, if a victim has died for any reason that round, then all of the victims in the killer's current space, whether or not that's where someone died, they panic. And you roll a die for each one and use the numbers here to determine where they
got
go.
it.
Which is it's generally a good thing compared to if that didn't happen, because otherwise the killer could move onto a pile of victims and just systematically stab them all. But also sometimes you get some real unfortunate situations.
And eat them, probably.
Yeah, which it's such a good it's such a good flavor of it's such a good. The game does such a good job of capturing that flavor, because it's most of the time you panic and you randomly run away, it's still a good thing that you're running away, but sometimes you run into that trap or into the lake and drown or whatever it is. And,
that's funny.
At least I'll say sometimes in horror movies. Maybe less so in real life do you run into a trap all that often, but
all right.
Okay. So
what's next?
I think I'm going to go straight into some searching because we got extra dice while we're here. So we don't know what we're searching for. We don't just flip the top card of the item deck. So we'll see what we get. But I'm going to roll 3 dice because Lucy's with us. And I got 1 success.
Take it.
Yeah. And I think this was the 3rd die. I think otherwise it would have failed. So thank you, Lucy.
Thanks,
that's how that works. Okay, so spend a time, please. And I'll take an energy drink. There's no way this
seems like you.
I did have a 24-ounce monster while we were set up for filming.
Pretty wild.
There's no way these things are good for you, but they're better than dying. Discard this during any action phase to choose one of the following: +3 time or move 1 space.
Both great.
Yeah. I think that's well worth searching for.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Again, before we leave and potentially don't have all the dice, let's do some distraction and focusing and stuff.
Great.
You think?
Yeah.
So this is where we get to roll our ultimate die.
Get it.
Distracting for 1 success and convertible successes. So again, converting this would add a time and a horror decrease. I think it's probably worth it.
I feel like it's not.
I've got short rest and weak attack, so that's kind of a no-brainer. So we'll convert that. Would you lower the horror by 2 and raise time by 4 again?
I would. Wow, we got the double one.
I really thought that this die would not be that impactful, and
you're wrong.
I am wrong.
I was right.
Yeah.
After all, it was the best die.
But we have passed 4 out of 4 rolls on these focus and distraction cards.
True.
Which is beating the odds. I'll just say.
Nah.
Nah.
Sure, we'll just keep this going forever.
Well, so now I'm going to focus up, and this could get us down into the green and earn a 4th die, which would feel real good.
Really nice.
And I'm rolling the green die because on 2 successes it can matter. 1 success.
And a convertible.
So I could convert this. Wow. Okay, so basically,
I think you do.
I think we probably do because it's -1 time, or thanks to the die, it's +4. So it's spending 2 cards for 5 time.
Yeah, that's worth it.
All right, it'll be a walk and a close call.
Sure.
Has to go into that. Oh, we max out on time. I don't think you can go above 12, but
I mean, that's still
fine.
3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's still worth it.
yeah. Okay, and reduce the horror to 1. We are crushing it.
It's amazing.
Who said these scenarios are hard? All we had to do was house rule ourselves a bonus die.
Who knew? Now you have 4.
Now we do have 4. And it's time to sprint. Let's rescue some damn victims. So, no need for the green die here. Here come the successes. 1 success. We did it.
Okay.
Yeah. There
is
is no, especially because I discarded that close call, there is no getting up to 2. So we're going to sprint 2 spaces. Why don't we go here, save this victim. I think I'm going to take the aura level decrease.
Yeah, that's right.
Just get down into the safe green area.
Lost.
And then I'm going to sprint here and end that sprint.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I will keep on sprinting.
I think so.
Just trying to save these before Hans gets them. So, rolling 3 dice now. And I can't convert anything. Don't have the cards for it, so we're just hoping for the best. That was not the best.
It's quite bad.
Yeah, so when we fail... Is this the first roll that we've failed?
Yeah, it is.
When we fail, we can either lose... So basically, we're going to lose a health. You can take a heart away.
Oh.
And we're going to lose 2 time.
Ow.
And we should have spent 1 time when we sprinted before,
Yes,
so it should
you're
be down
right.
to 9. And then we can either move 1 space and end the phase, or do neither of those things. And I think I'll just take the movement and end the phase.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'll go down here. And why don't you throw this on the... See, we don't need time right now, or
Take the
action cards.
heart.
We'll just take the heart. Just heal us back up.
Why not? A healthy Lori is a happy Lori, is what I've been told. So you give me 1 card, but 9 time.
Yeah, and you can pick up that 0 cost focus.
Okay.
And then you've got 9 to spend.
I got 9 to spend. I'll spend... Distractions have been really nice. What's improvise do? Oh. Wow.
Yeah, they make your 3s and 4s successes.
Pretty nice. Man, all these cards are bad. What do you do in this game? How do you run faster without any sprint or other good cards?
Yeah, without sprints, you're just walking.
Alright, so I'm going to spend 3 for a distraction, I guess.
Okay.
I do have a walk, so that's good.
Yeah.
I have only 1 walk. It's the only movement I have in my hand right now. Although I could, if I rescue... Oh, I can't rescue. I guess if I got a double success, I could rescue.
Yeah.
It was like taking an action card could get me like a sprint in hand or something like that.
True.
I think I'll take a search.
Okay.
Feels fine.
Still have 4. I mean,
Is he ever going to come kill us? Should we take guards preemptively or retaliate?
He might, but generally the flow is he focuses on victims until either until there are so few victims that we're closer than any victim, or until there are just no victims. That's when he starts to do more damage to us. I'm not opposed though, since 4 is the right amount to buy a retaliate, to just have that in hand for later. We'll just have to resist the temptation to spend it on converting. Or you can just take a 2 guards or a guard in a close call, or improvise and a close call. Yeah, I don't know. Up to you.
I don't think this is going to be like a bomb ass turn, so I think I'm just going to take a retaliate and call that fine.
All right, then that's it. Killer phase.
He doesn't kill, but he does
There's no one to
terrorize.
kill. Fire! Roll a die to determine which space bursts into flames, Kyle.
You know how you do.
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
So I just want to set the stakes here.
Okay.
The 3 spaces that can burst into flames are the 3 searchable spaces, so the cabins, utility shed, and the dock. Wherever that happens, all the victims in that space are killed. So so potential outcomes are 2 victims killed, or girlfriend killed,
or
Hans would take
takes
a damage if he's there. And wherever this happens, also the entire item pile is wiped out.
Wow.
So, in conclusion, roll a 3 or a 4.
No successes.
Yeah, roll the utility shed, 3 or a 4. That's what we want.
So definitely not successes. Cabins would be bad, but at least, we don't lose our girlfriend.
Yeah, losing Lucy to a rando fire.
I mean, it won't affect us it won't, give us 5 horror, which is...
Oh, does she have to be with you?
It has to be in your space.
Oh, if the girlfriend dies while in your space. Oh, so this is a decent time for Lucy to die.
Yeah.
As to the extent that there is ever a decent time for
I feel like you're
you're
right outside the dock and you see it burst into flames. It's pretty I feel like you still take 1 horror. Come on.
You would think.
You just drop to your knees and sob. You
I
lose
mean,
your next turn sobbing.
Bloodlust still raises, which can raise horror.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, roll a 3 or 4, Kyle.
Okay.
It's a 5.
It's Lucy. She dies.
Wow.
Guys, I was wrong.
All right.
Remember when I said that Lucy would be saved? I was wrong.
The dock bursts into flames. Lucy is dead. The item pile at the dock is removed from the game. And
That was fine.
Was it fine?
No, I'm heartbroken.
Because also, Hans' bloodlust goes up. It doesn't matter that he didn't kill the victim. A victim died. And then reveal the dark power. Yeah.
It is Dark Obsession. Whenever Hans attacks you at least once, he attacks an additional time. He's so obsessed with us.
Yeah.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah. Okay. So we would rather not get attacked.
Okay.
Or have a lot of retaliates and such.
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Lori does extra damage when you retaliate. Because that's a defensive card that does damage, and whenever you inflict damage, so...
Oh, when she has her power unlocked?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we still need 2. Yeah, so that's 1 less nearby victim also to get that.
Yeah,
we got to make sure we have a route to turning that on, I think.
Okay.
Okay.
That was the...
That was
boys phase.
that was the killer phase. And so there is no panicking, so it's just your turn.
I'm sad.
I am also sad, Kyle.
Alright, the good news is my horror is still at green.
True. Yeah. Yeah, that triggered his dark obsession, but it did not raise the horror, so we'll take it.
I'm gonna walk.
Alright, get walking. Hit the road, Jack.
Don't you come back.
No more. Convertible.
So I can either move 1 space and lose a heart and 2 time.
Oh, converting it just saves a heart and a time?
Yeah.
I think
feel
you could let it fail.
Just let it fail,
yeah.
right? Okay, I let it fail. A heart, 2 time spent. Where am I walking, though, is the question.
I still think we
Probably
go for that
here.
victim. Yeah. And then if Hans continues not moving, we could swing up here to get that one to that exit. We'll see whether...
Yeah.
We'll have to see how the board state develops.
Sure. Alright, yeah, I think saving so that I have some extra shit to chuck to a distraction if I need to. I think that's the
Yeah,
move.
and so this is just generating time, huh? Because, so
there's
when
no...
horror is at its max, each horror that you increase is just +1 time, which is, not terrible.
It's just generating time, you're saying?
Yeah.
I feel less good about that, then.
Yeah. It'd be nice to just have that distraction for when the horror level actually raises. So is that it? That's
it.
Yeah, I kind of think that's the right call. As much as I feel bad that you just
walked
one
space.
All you did was trip over your shoelaces.
Yeah.
that was
all you
that
get
was
to
that
do.
scene of the movie.
Where are the rest of the zeros, Brandon? Did you not do your chores?
Oh no, I did not do my chores. Okay, hang
Wow.
on. Sprint, focus, close call. Well, I played so many cards.
Yeah, you
Distraction, short rest, weak attack, search. On that note, the one other thing you could do, if there was some reason that you wanted to So the sprints are available, right?
No.
Okay.
They are
sprints,
to you.
They were not available for you to buy.
Yeah.
But if you were to drink the energy drink so that you move one space, saving a victim so that you get to take a card that costs 2, you could get a sprint that way.
I don't hate that,
Which
actually.
could, with a good roll, which is a big if, I guess I didn't say if, it's a big with. It's possible to then sprint 3 spaces and get up to this victim, which would feel great. But also, saving the energy drink for when we really need time to buy like an attack also feels great. So I don't know.
The issue is, if I leave you with 4, basically you're forced into this top pile, which doesn't feel good when we really want these lower piles, because I'm giving you 4 cards, and then you have 5 cards you're picking up.
I mean, I could always not pick up one of them.
Yeah, that doesn't feel efficient, though.
No, but it's probably more efficient to like buy 2 good cards and leave weak attack than it is to like to shop suboptimally because we don't want to lose that weak attack.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
And it's not even, we don't even have to pick up weak attack and discard it. We can leave it there, meaning it's available the very next turn.
Oh, that's nice.
Right? I think.
Yeah.
Nothing's forcing you to pick up the zeros.
No.
So.
Alright, well, that being said, you have 4 to spend.
Okay. I will spend it as follows: a sprint. That's the extent of my decision making so far. I'm debating between a second sprint, a guard, or close calls. I think but we just said the hand is going to be full. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll go for another sprint. Yeah. So then, with all that sprinting, why don't I leave the walk?
I love it.
Because then I can still use short rest, weak attack if we don't want it. I can use that to convert, and you will have that walk next turn.
I love it.
Okay. Killer. Again, the killer action is not going to do anything, but this terror card might. What is it?
It does. He wants fresh blood. If there are no victims on the board, discard and draw the next terror card. Okay. Otherwise, he targets what I assume is the nearest. He moves up to twice his speed, and he murders once.
And his speed is 2. So, so here's... All right. I think now there's been an explosion in the distance, screams the utility shed. I think now is where he shows up, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So I think in this case where it's 2 spaces to either one, I think he comes to us and kills the victim.
I agree.
On us, which is going to raise bloodlust and, freak us the hell out.
I'm pretty freaked out.
Yeah. Turns out
terrifying.
Did you know there are people dying?
I mean, I heard
this treasure hunt.
I heard that happening. But still, the horror's all the way down, which is nice.
It is. It is down. That is nice. Okay, so now I definitely think my plan is going to be to swing up here and get this victim out and then go for these ones.
Yeah.
So, to that end, right, because there's no one's going to panic, so yeah, it's back to my turn.
Unless we panic.
Are you feeling panicked?
I don't know the rules well enough to know.
I meant you, Kyle.
No, I'm fine. I'm cool as a cucumber.
You're not going to panic? Okay.
No. I think we run away and set a bear trap behind us.
I mean, yeah, I kind of love that plan, actually. The potential problem with that is say we rescue this one. Mm-hmm. He's 4 spaces from this victim and 3 spaces from this victim. So if he targets the nearest victim, he's going to go this way anyway. So putting the bear trap up here is not likely.
Okay, then maybe not.
Yeah. Oh, I was wondering if we could cut through the lake here, but it's not connected. You have to go to the docks. I guess that makes sense. Okay, so we're going to get the fuck out of here. We're going to sprint.
I like it.
As one does when a
scary
serial killer is on the path with you.
Yeah.
I sprinted okay.
Yeah.
I sprinted 2 spaces. We'll go 1, 2 up to this victim.
Lost a time.
Right, I mean, the one other option is to go to the utility shed. I do have a search card. Let me just, before I take my hand off the chess piece here, I'm going to look at what pepper spray is, because that's the top card here. If the killer is in your space, you may discard this to immediately end the killer phase, ignoring the remaining movement, attacks, and other effects. That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
But
it just hits our tempo a lot.
And I have another sprint, though, so I could go get it and then sprint back out. Right?
Yeah.
That'll go fine.
Yeah. You're right. It'll go fine.
I don't see how it can go wrong.
I mean, right now we're at 3 dice. We need to be taking these actions when we have the chance. Because we'll never go back to the utility shed if we don't go right
I'm going to do it. I'm going to go back up to the shed where Tiffany and Diffany were last seen.
What do you see?
Just 2 heads.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm not going to look closely at them. I don't know who they are. Probably no one.
Probably no one. I think they were practicing the school play here in the utility shed last.
Yeah, these are props.
They must be. Yeah.
What play deals with beheadings? Is there? It's got
Sweeney
Shakespeare.
Todd.
Yeah. Oh, Sweeney Todd. There we go. Okay. I'm going to search the utility shed. I heard that there was pepper spray here, and there might be. So either if I leave this as a fail, it's +2 horror and take an item, or 1 horror. And then -2 times. So I think this is worth converting.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's do the thing we talked about. Weak attack, short rest. Converting this, and then I'll take the top item card of the deck. The only difference between converting another one would be looking at 2 and choosing 1. I think the pepper spray seemed great, and that's why we were doing it. So we can put that into our hand.
Nice.
As I remember to move the camera so that we can actually see that.
Nice.
So let me properly read the pepper spray now that we've obtained it. A few squirts in their eyes, and they'll think twice about messing with this girl. Yeah, and so this goes into a hand slot, meaning we have to decide in the upkeep phase, which is a phase we've mostly glossed over so far, but if we have so many items that we have more than 2 that fit in hand slots, we have to make a decision round by round which ones we're holding. Okay.
And that's upkeeps before we're playing cards, I assume?
Yes. Okay. It's the very last part of each round, so it's killer, panic, upkeep, and then back to our turn.
Heard.
Okay. So now that I got all the fails out of my way, I'm going to sprint. This is where we're going to save
everyone.
Biffany up there.
Okay. We don't save.
We
At
don't
least not yet.
Save unless I converted this.
Or
I've
you
got
could spend
2
an
focus
energy
cards. Or the energy drink. I kind of like converting this. How badly do we need focuses? Not badly?
Not badly right now.
No, we don't need to lower. These just potentially generate time.
Yeah.
We're
fine.
Okay, so I'll spend these 2 focuses to convert that to a second
rolling
success.
Better with 2 dice than with like 3 or 4.
That is so random, huh? You're right. Okay, so I'm gonna move 3. So spend 1 time for me, please. Mm-hmm. And I will spend. The search only spent 1, right? Shouldn't I be at 4 time?
You sprinted.
I forgot. I forgot I sprinted again already. Boy, I'm not leaving you a lot of time.
Nope.
But I am moving 3 spaces, saving Biffany. And here, I'll put it on the +2 time spot.
Why, thanks.
Your turn is saved. And with that, I'll hand you the cards.
All 2?
All 2 cards.
Great.
You'll have 5.
I will purchase my walks.
Yep.
I have 5 time to spend. The map is... this is also part of your collection. I still don't think it's quite time to guard.
I have regrets that we didn't read the flavor text for the fire. We gotta be on our game.
Ah, damn.
Because this is how elaborate this is. There are 3 different full paragraphs of flavor text depending on which building the fire hits.
Jeez.
It's so elaborate.
Wow.
I love it.
I didn't realize it was per each
every single terror card that has the potential to kill a victim is so all of the flavor text is for victim deaths. If it doesn't kill a victim, there won't be text. It's it's only a book about death.
Great, we love that.
Yeah.
Man, that dude in Make Out Point, I feel like he's toast. I think he's gonna be wanking until he's dead. Sorry, I didn't mean to get you mid-sip there.
I had thought about that joke when we were talking about the lonely guy at Make Up Point. I had thought about that joke before, and
definitely.
I chose not to make it.
Well, you have different standards. I'm going to take a search since there's the possibility I end up at cabins this turn.
3 left.
Then I'm going to take a guard as if in the future it'll be nice to have that.
Sure.
And then 1 close call.
All right. Set that time back to 6.
Terrorize
me. Killer's got no one to kill, so we're just going to terror.
Killer ain't killing.
He wants fresh blood. This is another copy of the same terror card as before. Yeah. So targeting the nearest victim, moving twice his speed, which can get him to the fire pit, and stabbing it. And here, since we've gotten this twice now, I'm going to read the he wants fresh blood story.
Yeah.
But that will raise his bloodlust, raising our horror by 1.
Okay. 1 is okay.
Yeah. So now there's some use to our focuses,
Yeah.
right? That is a Hans Terror card, which means it will be in the Hans Terror section. Oh, this is perfect, because it says 4 campers sat around the fire. How does it know? How does it know? Because it was literally at the fire pit. Listening to one of them on the guitar. The night was clear and the fire wrote crackling notes into the music. The boy on the guitar stopped playing and pointed at the camper across from him as everyone gasped. What is it, guys? Hans stood just behind the boy with a long butcher's cleaver in his hand. He chopped into the boy's neck, spraying blood across the grass.
Ooh.
As his head toppled onto the ground, Hans kicked his body over and the other campers fled. Yeah, he does a lot of chopping off heads. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, nice little bonfire night.
Yeah. Okay. You know what they say is the best time to do bonfire nights? Your chores.
All right, I gotta put my cards away. Focus.
You'll never learn.
I won't. I refuse.
All right, I'm gonna walk.
Okay.
Let's walk.
All right, still got 3 dice because the horror level is still in the green.
Sure, do be that.
And you walked 1.
Just 1. That's not enough walking.
You have another walk card, right?
I do.
So you can keep walking.
Okay. I move 1. Yeah, it's not worth a reroll, that's for sure. But I'll walk again.
All right, keep on walking. These boots are made for it.
They sure be.
All right. Do you want to convert that to another success?
I don't think so. My cards are too expensive.
Sure.
So I'll just move 1.
Okay. Both of these cost a time each, so we're down to 4.
Thank you. And now that I'm with all my buddies, I'm gonna search.
Okay. Searching the buddies?
The buddies.
Okay.
Mugging them, actually. Yeah, we have this map. I haven't really read it, but, items are good, right? They're almost good. So it says discard during an action phase, and then for each deck of an item card, for each deck of item cards, do one of the following. If the top card is face down, reveal it, and then if the card is face up, you may remove it from the game to reveal the next one.
Okay, so it helps you find the items you want. That said, with no weapons, that actually doesn't seem very good, which means the hope here is get 2 successes so you can look at 2 cards.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough.
Just roll 2 successes, easy.
I will.
Convertible success, if you want to. Otherwise, we'll have a map, which we might just immediately use, right? Because then we can decide whether to buy more searches while we're here.
Yeah. So what happens if we do the top 2? Place the other one on face up or underneath face down?
Yeah. Okay. So it's up to us.
Fine. I'm gonna convert this. I'm gonna spend a guard and a close call.
Alright, it's an expensive convert. But go ahead and look at the map and the next card.
I shall. It's all gonna be worth it. When you see the next card is Fireworks.
Ooh.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
So Fireworks is spend 2 time to place... Also, I need to...
Yeah, searching cost of time, yeah.
One time?
Yep.
Spend 2 time to place Fireworks tokens in your space or an adjacent space, not the lake. Nothing can go in the lake. This sucks. Whenever the killer must choose a target, they will choose the Fireworks instead. Discard the Fireworks token when the killer enters the space where it's located.
Yeah.
It doesn't end the turn, though.
No, but if we could set off Fireworks over here, it would send him on a wild goose chase.
But it's your space or an adjacent space.
Yeah, so we'd need to... So we could, as we make our way back up here to rescue a victim, then we could drop it here, right? Mm-hmm. Which I think seems good, as long as that's close. Does it have to be closer? No, it doesn't have to be the closest
No, it must be Fireworks. So even if they couldn't reach the Fireworks, that's even better.
What's the alternative to taking the Fireworks? Is the map? I don't think we want the map.
I think we bury the map, right?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
That way, if we do want to search this again, it's something fresh, even though we won't know what it is.
Okay. I'm down for that.
Okay, we got fireworks, and that costs 2 time to use.
Yep.
So we can do some crafting here and make firework bear traps. It's like Dead Island or something. You can like duct tape together any two things and like. Honestly, I think that is probably intended to work that way, where they're a great combo.
You're right. The only thing with bear trap is it will also end the turn.
Well, actually, if they choose the fireworks target. So even though this doesn't say it ends the turn, it would end the movement, right? Because that's their target. Hans is not going to choose a new target.
You're right.
So maybe the bear trap is almost redundant. Yeah, it does the damage, but. Okay.
I think I am gonna play one more card. What's the worst that happens? I lose the rest of the time.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't want that time anyway.
Yeah, but if I don't...
What are you talking about doing? Distraction?
Distraction, yeah. So I could reduce horror again, and then get a bunch of time.
And with our time die, if you don't fail, that's a windfall.
Yeah, that'd be really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to distract.
Okay.
I'm going to roll these 4. Hopefully I get 1 success at least.
You didn't!
That was so bad.
That was really bad, Kyle.
Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tank your turn.
Oh.
Down to 0
so you're
time.
taking the choice on distraction. You're losing 4 time and still reducing horror.
Yep.
I actually don't hate it.
So,
I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
You get nothing to buy, but here, have this retaliate. It's a 4 time card.
Thanks. And I'll pick up the zeros, and then
we'll reset that.
Yeah, you can do your chores and then terrorize me.
Yeah, doing my chores. Man, I wish that went better.
I also wish it went better. Do better, Kyle.
Okay. Here, maybe this terrorize.
Oh, here's the problem.
He just keeps coming. It's the girl/victim icon.
Okay, so first on he just keeps coming. Raise horror.
Ah, yes, thank you.
And then so that's targeting the final girl or the victim, whatever's closest. In this case,
it's us.
It's gonna be it's the space with both of us.
It's gonna be May. Except he doesn't have a movement to get to us, so this is great.
He's only gonna move 2 spaces, so 1, 2. Here's the problem. You left me with no time and no movement cards, so we are a sitting duck here. In fact, I'm not even sure I'm doing anything on my turn.
It's not entirely true.
Because I also don't have a search card.
You can energy drink.
Oh, that's true. But that's not great.
It's not great. You're right.
Yeah.
But he didn't kill anyone, so that's good.
That is true. So, maybe all I'm thinking about doing here is the bear trap in our space? So that if he does move into our space, he doesn't kill these victims?
Yeah, I love that, actually.
I think I'm looking at, like, my hand here is... I could do a focus, right? We still have 3 dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me do 1 focus. And see how that goes. I get to roll the green die with this. It went all right. You know what? I'll even convert that to get the time windfall. So do weak attack, short rest. So that's going to be -1 horror level and 3 total time.
Wow, that's
gained.
Good.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, now we're at 9 time, but I don't really want to play another focus, and I don't want to retaliate. So, yeah, I think I'll just go ahead and drop the bear trap here at the cabins.
Okay, spending 2.
So, spending 2, we'll just drop that token right there. It does go in our space, right?
Yep.
As long as it's not the lake. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, this is great. I like it.
Okay, that item can go with the burned ones.
And, like, worst case scenario, even if he doesn't come in this turn, like, we can only take 1 of these victims at a time, so 1 will be there to get murdered.
Yep.
Or bear trapped. Rather, he will get bear trapped.
I'm glad that the bear trap doesn't also say, like, or if a victim panics into this.
Yeah, that would be really rude. Alright, I will pick up my zeros, I'll pick up these, and I have 7 to spend.
You sure do.
Well, I feel like a search and a sprint feel right.
Yep, I agree.
Right off the bat. Distraction doesn't feel awful, but doesn't feel great either. It might just be another sprint and a close call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't hate that at all. The 2 sprints and you have
And 2 walks.
both walks. So hopefully we can get both these victims saved. Then
Here's
we'll
hoping.
be Ultimate Lori.
Oh, dog.
Her weak attacks do 2 damage instead of 1.
Yeah! Awesome. That was great.
It was.
Let's find out what he does to me.
He does.
Oh, here's your chores, though. I got them.
They're just zeros.
I did it.
He draws his minor dark power, Unholy Speed. So this goes up into one of his dark power slots. It says Hans has an additional movement space for each boot. And we put 2 hearts on there, and then when we damage him, we deplete those hearts first, and the ability goes away when that's gone. So it's like it's plus 2 health and this ability until we hurt him.
Seems like we did it right.
So this is
This is amazing.
like normally you kind of want to rescue all the victims, power up, and then turn on the killer. Is like all else equal the flow of this game, but this gives you a reason to want to weave an attack in mid game
Well, you
to
know
get
what?
rid of these powers.
We have the weaved attack baked in already.
Oh, the bear trap will just
This is great.
yeah. It's hopefully great. My fear, I guess, now.
Don't be afraid.
My fear is that we rescue both these victims, and then he never has any reason to go to the cabins ever, and we wasted the bear trap.
We're not going to.
No, and I guess we could always hang out here.
Like literally, I was like, I will be there, or just like say like only rescue one of these victims. this turn.
Sure.
So I'm gonna start off with some sprinting.
Okay,
Feels like the right move.
get sprinting.
I'm getting sprinty with it.
1 success.
Okay, I can convert that if I wanted, but I don't want to.
2 spaces is
Yeah,
good.
That's pretty much what I want.
Where are you going?
I'm leaving. Pew.
I love that.
Do I want to take a 2,
you-
like a search card, or do I just want more time?
I was gonna say you forgot to search before you left.
Oh, I'll be back.
I think more time for now.
More time.
Okay. We're at a lot of time.
I'm going to sprint again. I like sprinting.
Roll well.
I will.
You did okay. 2
perfect.
spaces.
All right, back to the cabins.
Okay.
All right, this is probably where I'm going to end it up. I'm going to pass you the walks, but I'm going to search.
I like it.
Okay.
Did you spend the time for that sprint?
I did not. Thank you.
2 successes.
Hell
You get to
yeah.
look at the 2 unknown cards of the deck, right?
That's
Because we know the
amazing.
bottom card is the map.
All right, so we
Very
have the
nice.
option of either mysterious pills,
Oh, good.
which looks like we can either reduce horror or heal too.
That seems good.
I like mysterious pills. Or a flashlight. Once per action phase, spend 1 time to look at the top card of the terror deck, leave it, or place it at the bottom of the deck. That seems great.
Seems great as long as it's soon. We have 3 tarot cards left. Remember, though, the game does not end immediately after the tarot card deck runs out like Hostage Negotiator. It ends when someone dies. It's just
Either one
you
of them.
you flip the killer's finale. They upgrade again, and then you fight to the death.
What are you thinking? Flashlight
I
or mysterious pills?
I think if it's the flashlight, I think we just like use it now.
What do you mean we use it now? We can use it until the end of the game.
Wait.
It's once per action phase.
Oh, it's not. You don't discard it when you use it.
No.
Oh.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, so we're really only going to use it twice, right? Because there will be 3 cards and then 2, and then we could look at the final one, but it's happening no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's your call. It's your turn. You have the director's chair. Whatever we landed on for that.
All right, I'm gonna do flashlight. I think it's nice to know.
Okay.
So this goes. I
Oh,
can
yeah,
leave
yeah,
this.
let's leave it on
face
top.
up.
We don't want
Yeah.
the map. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, I just want to see if I had any other search. I don't. But that being said, I'm going to spend a time.
Okay.
I should have spent 1 to search, and then I'm
Yeah.
going to spend another 1. Should I be at 5 or 4?
Now you should be at 4. You had gained 2, and now you've spent 4. So
Well,
you're doing the flashlight?
Look at the top card.
Okay.
So place Hans with the furthest target possible. See, this is what we're gonna bury because we don't want that.
Are you sure we don't? Like, sending him up to Makeout Point where he's nowhere near us is kind of cool.
Yeah, but then bear trap, man. We need the bear trap.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. All right. We'll bury it.
bury it. That's the last one for now.
Okay, so we know that that's...
Not it.
Yeah, and we know that he would teleport... Like, if we manage to get the fireworks really far from him, he would teleport to them with that card. So it's not actually, like, a good time to do it when we know that card's coming.
Okay, sick. On
the other hand, the fireworks can also be used to, like, set up an ambush. Send him where we want, and then we pounce on him.
True. Alright, all that being said... I think I'm going to hand
You're
it
done?
this.
Okay.
Yep.
Then I've got 4 time.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still... I think those mysterious spells are actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I agree. I think I'll take the search.
I agree.
And we have 1 close call, so I think I'll take a guard, because we don't have a guard.
I agree.
Okay.
Alright.
You do your chores, and then... This is an unknown tarot card.
He kept swinging his hammer and killing and killing. If there are no victims on the board, nope. Otherwise, targets the nearest, moves and kills.
Targets the nearest
again.
Victim?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, I have good news for you. He's going to target the nearest victim. His speed is 2. He swings his hammer and just keeps killing and killing the bear trap. So that catches him, does 2 damage to him, and immediately ends the killer phase.
That's great.
That is great.
I think I nailed it with that flashlight.
I can't criticize, that's for sure. Okay.
You could.
Okay, yeah, because that would have killed this victim and then sent him after the other one. Which, if both these victims die, we are not upgrading Lori, which would feel pretty bad.
Feel pretty bad.
Yeah.
That being said, let's get this guy out of here.
Yeah. I'm wishing... So we don't even have weak attack, huh? I was kind of wishing I could, like, plink some damage on him while we're here with him. Because...
We don't? Oh, no.
No, I think you converted with it. Yeah, so there's really nothing...
Did I?
There's really nothing that we can do.
I think this is wrong. I think you should pick these up.
But I have 2 walks and a focus in my hand.
That's what I had.
Didn't you spend anything?
No, I did.
No,
sprint,
you didn't?
sprint, search.
Oh. Did I not do my chores again?
You didn't do your chores again. They weren't. I think they were just sitting in 0 cost. You just didn't pick up your zeros.
Neat.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, I definitely have never seen weak attack because I have never been. I've never had it.
Yeah, I think because we'll get weak attack back for 0 cost if we spend it. I think I play it here.
Do it.
And try to get a little bit of damage on him.
Mess him up.
I'm gonna search first because weak attack does have if on a catastrophic fail it does end the phase, which would be
catastrophic.
You said it. So I'm gonna start with searching. All right, 3 dice, right? Yeah.
We're still
2 successes.
Oh,
well, which really just means I can take the mysterious pills or the map. I think I want the pills.
I would agree.
That was the reason I did that. So we can leave the map there, spend a time on that. That's your job. You're the time banker.
Sure am.
And then what? And then, so many options. That's right. I was going to weak attack.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to weak attack. I'm not going to fail.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. This is our first attack of the whole game, I think.
Don't mess it up.
We'll attack weakly. I didn't mess it up. I could convert that to just not lose a health, but I'd rather just short rest at some point, probably. So
yeah.
So we'll lose a heart, and he'll lose a heart.
We did it.
11 health left. We're almost there. And then let's amble out of here with a walk.
Before leaving, you could consider throwing fireworks like into that space just to make him waste his movement. Actually, no. I don't like it anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
I never liked it.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so where was I? Walking. And we're okay at walking. Do I want to convert this for an extra space to save this victim?
I want to say yeah.
I kind of think so too. Like, we've got the horror is in great shape.
Like a focused and like a walk, or actually walking probably seems good.
Yeah, walking's pretty okay. I think I will do the 2 focuses.
Okay.
Convert that so we can walk 2 spaces, spending a time.
Okay.
and rescue. I was gonna say the final victim. There's still
The one we need.
still Lonely Teen at makeout point, but we have
Take an action.
activated Lori.
And also, action card.
Oh, yeah.
of 2 or less.
That'll be a sprint.
Seems right. She's turned on.
Is she? Okay, what's her ability say exactly?
It says, whenever you are in the same space as an enemy and inflict damage, do an additional 1 damage.
Oh, right. So she likes to melee. She doesn't like guns that
Yeah.
shoot from a space away. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, if only I'd had that when I did my weak attack.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fine. We'll do so. Okay. So that was walking.
That was walking.
That sure was, and that's the weak attack did not spend time. I'm just making sure we're good. We spent the right amount of time. I think 4 is correct for remaining time.
Okay.
So yeah, like I could sprint or use the fireworks. I mean, I think it's a good goal to not lose this last victim if we can kind of get him to be distracted by the fireworks and stuff. But also, he's not likely to get there.
Teleport is in there too.
Oh, that's another option, is looking at this tarot card and then deciding whether to sprint.
That's true.
Yeah, why don't I do that? The one downside being,
Yeah,
like, we currently have enough for a Furious
Strike.
Strike.
I know.
Oh, which is
That's
good.
so good.
Okay, fine. I don't want to spend the time. It will be what it is. And sprinting would spend time too. So I guess if I don't want to spend time, then I'm... it might spend time.
It's okay.
You know what we haven't... You know what you can still do in this game that we haven't done a single time? Is you can still discard cards to gain a time.
What?
Just like the conversation points in Hostage Negotiator. So could always convert like a close call or a walk into that 4th time if we want to buy Furious Strike. So I'm going to just go ahead and short rest, try to get back the health that I lost us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
2 successes, please.
How about 0?
I'm less excited about 0.
Yeah. So converting this would prevent the horror increase, and it would not end the phase. I don't mind the phase ending. So is it worth 2 cards to keep the horror where it's at? Honestly, we're currently throwing away focus cards because we don't need them very much. So I guess I'll let it happen.
Okay.
It's unfortunate, but that's gain us a heart, raise the horror, lose a time, and the phase ends. So you're shopping. Oh shoot. I can't convert a card if the phase ended.
Now, do you consider converting? But that seems so much.
Oh man, that's so pricey. I think
what do you get?
Not
Do an improvise.
An improvise or a distraction or a
distraction
or a guard and a close call. There's good options.
Yeah, you're right.
And luckily, you're the one who has to decide.
Yeah. Since we have this amazing time die, I'm going distraction.
Okay, that is pretty amazing. And then I will do my chores.
Better.
And here's what befalls you. Just a horrific hammer rush.
It's fine.
Yeah. We don't discard this since there are victims. He targets the nearest victim, moves twice towards it, which is 4 spaces. That actually can't get there.
4.
Right? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so there's no one to kill. For each victim killed during the attack, he would raise horror and doesn't. That worked out fine.
That was great.
Yeah, now's a good time to fireworks.
Yeah.
Pull him back out of that path to make out point.
Because he's going to target the farthest victim.
I am sad. I definitely wanted to read the story for Horrific Hammer Rush.
Yeah,
but
that would have been nice.
You know what? Sometimes it's just not our story.
Okay.
Okay, that was the killer phase. There's no panic. There's nothing to do in upkeep. Next round in upkeep, since this is the last tarot card, that's when the finale will start.
What does the finale mean?
The finale means we flip over his finale card.
And then what?
That's all that it means.
Great.
Depends on what the card says.
Great.
Notice that the action he's currently taking on his turn, which is to stay still and attack, that's printed on the back of the finale card, so that can change. And he may gain some ability or may change the game state and stuff. Like, it could be add 20 victims to the board or whatever. It's probably not
that.
Yeah.
That would be kind of ridiculous.
It would be, yeah. And I guess we can see, like, if we win this game, maybe we don't need to make things easier on us, but, like, this game is hard when you play, especially when you play it blind, not knowing what kind of thing a villain can do. And this scenario had us put a specific card there. Meaning, you could interpret the approach to this to be like you should actually know what the finale will be. If the scenario has a specific card instead of a random one. So in the future we could actually look at that, but for now we don't know.
Okay.
I put the right one there, but I did not like spend time noting what it did.
Got it. Fair enough.
All right, what you doing?
It doesn't feel like I can really murder very well at this moment.
No.
What can I do?
You can lower the horror level a little more. You can rack up some time, and you can drop fireworks.
All right. Well, I think I definitely want to drop fireworks, right? That feels like a no-brainer.
I think so.
The nearest victim.
My one question is, do you want to move a little further away so the fireworks like last us a little longer? Because if you were to drop the fireworks like here or something, he'd have potentially multiple turns before he even gets there and disables them.
No, because this one is teleport to the nearest, remember? Or the furthest victim.
Oh, I remember now.
Which would be just wherever fireworks is.
True, yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
So do we not really like care about it? Like,
yeah, wait, it was teleport to the furthest target? Yeah. So that'll be us. Unless we are closer to him than
well, that's what I'm saying. Victim. If we like threw fireworks there, that would be further than everyone. Correct?
Right. If that's what we want him to do. Or do we want him to teleport to us? If we have a retaliate card in hand, maybe we want to get this attack and then we can drop fireworks to protect ourselves in a future turn.
Interesting.
Like, right, retaliate prevents damage and fights back.
So do we play this reaction area, right? That's
yes.
what the blue cards mean?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, I think I'm just going to distract.
Okay.
Try to get some time.
Yeah, I like it. Let's add that green die.
Alrighty. Here we go.
Okay, one success and convertible success. But one success is reduce the horror and a time, and then we're adding 2 more to be 3 total time.
Yeah.
Seems good, yeah.
So 9, back down to the green.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah.
I think we have all these zeros. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to convert this walk.
Okay.
For a 10th time.
Wow.
And then say, hey, look, there's some pretty nice attack cards on 6 and 4 as I pass you that.
Some pretty nice attack cards. Oh, at 6 and 4 cost. I was like, what are you communicating here?
That's what I'm communicating.
Yeah, Furious Strike and Critical Blow. They both do end the phase on even a single success, which makes them tough to like use both.
You got it.
Do we have a guard in hand? We do. We have guard and retaliate, so we're pretty well protected.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the thing you cryptically suggested. I'll take a Critical Blow and a Furious Strike.
I like it.
We have Pepper Spray too. Let's not forget. When if he's in your space, you can discard it, and the killer immediately ends the killer phase. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so for this killer phase, first he's going to, for the final time, do his basic action and not kill anyone, and then he just came out of nowhere. We place him with the furthest target possible. That's us. Raise Horror.
Yep.
Oh, this says draw the next tarot card, but that was actually, I didn't even really realize that when we put it at the bottom, but
me neither,
I'm pretty sure that just fizzles here. So, yeah, because there's no more tarot card to draw. That's the end of the killer phase.
It doesn't, like, turn him on?
Well, he's about to anyway.
Okay.
Because it's killer phase, panic phase, no one panics, and then now it's the upkeep, and one of the main things you do in the upkeep is check whether the finale is triggered, and just the deck being empty triggers it. So you don't have to wait until you like would draw.
Yeah.
So the finale is Bloodbath. His action is now target the nearest victim or final girl, move twice, attack twice.
Ooh.
And his attack is for 3 damage each time. So we really want like 2 defensive cards in hand every turn that he can attack us. That said, Pepper Spray will buy us a round.
Yeah, full round. That's really nice.
Yep. So yeah, maybe thanks to Pepper Spray, maybe we can sit here and just get him. What?
3 times.
Oh, 3 times because he's obsessed.
He sure is.
That's bad.
That's real bad.
Okay, but
Pepper Spray buys us a whole round.
With Pepper Spray, with Pepper Spray and then fireworks on an adjacent round, right? Like he would move to that and attack nothing. So we
We're feeling
have
pretty good.
kind of 2 rounds to sit here and wail on him. And then we can start using our defensive cards to hopefully have more rounds. I'm feeling very
Seems
good.
great. Also, you didn't do your thing again. Would you like the rest of your zeros? You're really bad at this.
I am. That's 11 cards. So the one I don't want is a focus.
Okay.
I think even the short rest is potentially more useful than another focus here.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to start blasting.
Start blasting.
I will start with the one attack that doesn't risk ending. Oh wait, the weak attack on 2 successes, it does risk ending the phase.
2 fails.
2
Or
all
full
fails.
fail.
Yeah. Did I say 2 successes?
Yeah. It's like, that seems bad.
Yeah, but I still think I want to open with the attack that can most likely chain into these other attacks. So we're going to start with a weak attack.
Okay.
We don't need the time die. We do still have 3 dice. Here we go. Okay. Do I convert one to save us a health? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah.
Because we want to be at the even, or like 2
Yeah,
health
if we can inch our way down to being at 1 health, then we get an extra die too.
That's
Okay,
true.
so Lori buffs this to 2 damage, 2 off Hans.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. And then let's go for the... What's the difference between Furious Strike and Critical Blow here? Furious Strike doesn't do as much damage, but also doesn't risk as much health loss.
But 2 health loss is perfect.
2 health loss is perfect. All right.
Critical blow.
Critical blow it is. You're right. Okay.
And it's still 2 damage. Wow, that's wild.
It is 2 damage on a fail. Yeah. Which is potentially a fail. So yeah, converting this would save us the 2 health and make it minus 1 horror instead of plus 1. So I think we'll convert this. Or I've got rerolls, but I'm comfortable converting this with like a focus and a walk.
Yeah.
I'll keep the short rest actually in case we want health for some weird reason.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll convert that. We'll do 2 damage. That becomes 3. We lower the horror level, and we do end the phase.
Yep.
Unless I convert another one.
No. I think we're fine.
Yeah. Okay, that was half his health.
That was great.
That was pretty good.
I liked it.
So then, here's the hand. You get to shop with 6 time. I didn't spend any of it.
It's great.
And you've got a couple zeros to pick up. And then
how many cards?
there will be no terror card, but we will do the killer phase.
Alright, so I have... This puts me up to 8. I'm not committing to that quite yet, but, you know. It's possible. Close call, guards feel good. Long rest doesn't feel that good.
Yeah, there's no attacks you can obtain here, huh? So,
yeah. I don't really know. Planning?
actually, like...
Planning or improvise feel pretty good.
Sure, improvise or planning and just pick up a guard too, because why not?
I'm gonna do improvise. We have a lot of cards. We have a lot of dice. So turning 4 of those 5 sides, or 6 of those sides, feels really good. So then a guard and a close call.
Okay.
And that puts me at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cards. So I'll grab a focus. Here, do your chores.
Damn it. Yes, Mom.
And the killer's gonna be in my space. Yep, that is true.
Yeah.
I spray him with pepper.
Yeah.
So I assume this discards. Yep, discarding this.
Yeah, so as a reminder for what that does, it immediately ends the killer phase. Ignore remaining movement attacks and other effects. So, sweet. It's your turn.
That was great.
Right? Because, yeah, there's nothing happens in panic or upkeep here.
Nope. So I don't have anything but the Furious Strike, but I could start with some improvisation.
Just make sure that strike is extra furious.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, that feels right. I could short rest, but as we kind of said, having 0 health seems great.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to start with some improvisation. She did learn at camp, like some improv.
Yeah, took that that like afternoon elective.
Yeah. All right, this is great.
2 successes.
As I said, perfect.
For the rest of the action phase, 3s and 4s are successes.
This feels good.
Solid.
Feels like the right play to start off. I wish I had more attack.
Right.
But I have a Furious Strike.
Strike him.
I'm going to strike him furiously.
Okay.
So 3 dice, all 3 through 6s are successes. And I have I have 2 close calls. Yeah, he's getting freaking struck.
Do it. That's 2 successes.
That's all I needed. So he takes 3 damage.
Yep.
Thanks to Lori's being so turned on.
Mm-hmm.
And then
minus 1 horror is just plus one time. Yeah,
that's fine.
Yeah,
that's all good. This is all good stuff.
Got anything else to do?
I'm
actually like not opposed to you just focusing for time while you've got the dice are super powered still from improvise.
Oh, focusing for time. Yeah, you're right.
Why not?
Yeah, why
I guess.
Not?
Yeah.
I agree. So I'll focus. Oh, wrong file.
Mm-hmm.
Focus for time. Yeah, basically even
add that time die.
Adding a time die. So even a single. Oh no, a single success doesn't give me green. That's why. So I want a double success here.
A single success breaks you even though, so it's not that bad, right? Because you gain a time from the horror going down.
Yep. But I'm gonna get 2.
I didn't. You got 1. So the time is not helpful. So it breaks even unless you want to. Oh, close call. Yeah, I was gonna say convert, but there's nothing to convert.
Yeah, no, that's part of it.
I don't mind the close call. We have 2 in hand.
Yeah. Do you think spending?
I think so. It's a reroll a die. It's a 2 out of 3 chance that you get a success here.
Yeah. I'm just gonna save the things I got.
Okay. It
works. Wow, man, that whatever it's called, improvised, good card.
Yeah.
Turns out. So that is going to be.
That's where you learned the what I meant was technique.
So that's going to be -1, which is 1 time, and then +3 more
because of the die. So +4 time.
That seems pretty good and worth a 1 cost reroll.
I agree.
Okay. Here, have the thing.
Okay.
You have 11 to spend.
I have 11. I think I'll buy a critical blow.
That feels right.
And then let's take. So that was 6. I have 5 left.
Yep.
I'll take. Let's try planning.
Okay.
Seems like once we're we will. Oh wait. Wait. Before you pass the turn, shouldn't we be spending some time to launch fireworks? Wasn't that like the plan?
That was part of the plan. So you have 2 less because I launched fireworks there.
Okay. Phew.
That was close.
That was close. Okay, so I have 3 time left. So I will take an improvise.
I don't remember where you put the discards.
Over here.
Okay.
And these zeros, I have way too many cards. I'm not gonna need to be walking.
No. You won't need to walk into his space.
It ends here. Oh, he's moving.
Yeah, sure is.
I'm gonna keep some walks. We're not gonna need. Am I gonna discard the improvise I just bought? We're not gonna need a short rest, right? It ends here. It all ends here.
It's gonna end.
Short rest and. Jeez, how are we? We have so many cards in hand. I guess a focus.
Okay.
All right.
I do my chores. Furious Strike goes back here.
So,
Improvise goes back there.
Hans targets the fireworks, moves there, attacks them twice. That is enough to kill the fireworks.
Dang. I thought they were going to survive.
No, they're not very hardy. Yeah.
Damn.
But, he enjoyed the light show.
Sure did.
It's back to my turn, huh? There's nothing else to do in the panic phase or upkeep?
Question. So let's say you do 2 damage with a weak attack, and then you do like a Furious Strike or whatever it's called, a critical blow, and you kill the last point of damage. Will it get repopulated and then it will continue through?
No. What happens if you flip over his final token and there's health on it is the phase ends.
Oh.
So he gets a full turn before we can try to finish him off.
Wow.
And the same goes for us. If we have extra health, it's the killer phase ends, so like his double attack can't double kill us.
Okay.
But
it could single kill us and we could have
no
health.
And sorry, did I say double? I meant triple attack.
Yeah.
So, and we have
3 defense.
The one thing that could happen, we do have a retaliate, and the phase ends, not the round, so the retaliate could win.
Okay, cool.
We do have 3 defensive cards, so that feels pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's scary.
It's scary.
It's a little scary. We're out of.
So I feel like the answer here is probably we just critical blow him.
Oh, I just realized. Maybe I shouldn't have kept the walks. I could have used the energy drink to move in. We could use the energy drink to move out. No, there's no reason to. He'll chase us. Okay, I'm gonna walk.
Walk.
Like an Egyptian. That's how I'm walking.
Great.
I should have saved that joke. I think Series 3 has like a mummy.
Should have saved that joke for Series 3. Damn. That's a long game, Brad. I'm going to say it right now. I think you could reuse it in Series 3 and no one would remember. Besides for the fact that we made such a big fuss right now.
I don't know. When we get angry comments about it, you already did that one. It's your fault. Anyway,
I'll take it.
We're walking. We're walking. Fine.
It's fine.
Fine. We got the one space. We spent a time. And now I think we don't bother with the weak attack. We want to just go straight for the finishing blow.
Do you want to improvise first?
Obviously. Yeah. I didn't forget about that.
I was like, he's walking before improvising. Interesting, but I guess, you don't want to single success.
Yeah, single success only buffs the next roll.
Yeah.
I have mixed... Like, the single success on improvise always feels pretty useless to me. It's like... Because those were convertible anyway. So at least in this situation where we have a lot of cards, it doesn't actually accomplish much. But anyway, here we go. That's a single success. But I think critical blow will end the phase.
Yeah,
so in this case, the next horror roll, only 3s and 4s of successes is just fine. So let's do it. Let's blow him.
That's what I always say.
Here goes.
Wow, that's
they are
perfect.
Successes!
That's so
Two
good.
successes thanks to the improvise.
So that's 4 damage in quotation marks.
Yes.
So let us see.
Remove that health.
You want to put it in the zoom area and
Here
we can
we go.
flip it together.
Zoom in.
And
roll it down the dice. No, don't actually roll it down the dice tower.
But put it in the dice tower
Okay.
and...
Oh, no!
3 health!
3 health!
Oh, that's not what you love to see.
Oh, you hate to see it even.
I would agree.
Okay.
That's so bad.
It's really bad. All right. So,
Okay.
there's some good news.
I don't know.
So put out actually 2 hearts and this white final health tile because this still marks that we get a die if he's at 1 health. So the phase is over, but we did gain a time from bumping horror up with the critical blow.
Okay.
So that's a thing.
Is a thing.
Damn it. The other thing I was going to say is we can take our pills for +2 health, but the phase is over. We can't.
Phases.
We should have thought of that.
We should have. But we didn't.
Nope. Well, here you go.
Thanks.
You've got 6 to spend.
Well, I feel like it's definitely a Furious Strike.
Yeah.
And sadly, not improvised, but I can get a close call.
Okay.
Just fine.
Because
I'll just kill him here with the Retaliate.
I mean, hopefully, yeah.
Without a doubt.
So let's.
Man, 3 health.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have peeked under that at the beginning of the game.
And that you. Oh, yeah, that's right. You peeked and then we had to reset it, and it was blank, and then.
Because I was like, "What are these?"
Yeah. And also, what I hate about that is we now know the odds are worse that we have extra health.
Yeah. There's like a 1 and a 2. Right.
Yeah, and there's only extra health on 3 of them out of 9.
Yeah.
So the odds that either of you has it is already low.
Yep.
Okay, well, it's the killer phase. So he's going to target us. Moving doesn't matter. Because of his bloodbath plus dark obsession, he is stabbing us 3 times. Here comes the first one. And sorry, I say stab because it's a knife symbol, but he's clearly got a hammer.
Yeah, he's got a
he's
hammer.
going to hammer us.
Hammer us home.
Hit us. Whatever you do with a hammer.
Also, wait, hold on. Before I finish this, we still have chores and things.
Oh, we gotta clear this, yeah.
Hold on, I have 5. I can obtain 1 more card. Oh. So I think it's probably a short rest.
Okay. I like it.
Okay. Now he's hammering us.
The swing is coming at your head.
And I retaliate.
You retaliate, because you're badass Lori.
I mean, honestly, it's basically improvised, because if I can get 2 successes on this, I will. Because that would finish him off.
You'll convert anything to a success. Yeah. Agreed.
So, basically, this is it. I'm gonna win.
All right, show us.
And you know what? I didn't need to convert a damn thing.
You didn't need it. So retaliate would do, it ignores his damage, does 2 back, but you are Lori, so it does 3. And there can't possibly be extra health on the white token. Wait. Oh, it's just double-sided.
It's double-sided. You're like, wait, no. I wish there was a zoom on the board,
That
but you can
scared-
see his face,
that
and that's
scared
all
me
you
for a
needed to see.
second.
That was great.
Oh, we did it.
That was easy.
That
we
was.
finished with like most health and a
That-
handful of 10 cards.
Do you think we had extra health?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. No, we didn't.
We would have died.
No, we would have been so dead if that had gone poorly.
But I had 2 close calls in my hand. Like there was very little chance that I was not going
A lot you could do.
Yeah,
to,
and
to
like
stay alive there.
convert.
Yeah.
But I'm saying not even like I was going to get 2 successes and kill him.
Oh, yeah.
Like because I was gonna roll.
You would have
rolled
re-rolled to get
9
successes.
dice to get to 3s to 6s would have killed him. Like it would have been fine.
So there
we had it.
Is no. I'm just double checking. There's no flavor text to read for us killing Hans.
I've had that retaliate since the beginning of the game.
And there's
too.
also not even, as I'm digging through book after book here, there's not even like an epilogue to Night of the Pig. So no, I guess
we did
it's
it.
just roll credits. We did it. Well, time die goes back in the bag, never to be seen again anytime soon.
Probably not.
We do you think we would have won without it? That was pretty powerful. I was surprised how much time that generated.
That was a lot of time.
It was a lot of
Jared.
time. Yeah.
Turns out when you're playing around that time die and you're like, I need to get the green die
Yeah.
or the green time, it's very good.
It's part of why I like this this little. I like this little difficulty modifier system we're using because it's A, simple, and B, that adds some texture to our strategy, which die we have. Right?
Yeah.
Like we would play differently if that was the movement die or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think that's cool.
I agree.
all
We
right.
also got the one. Well, it seemed like from briefly glancing at all those dice that there was a lot of them that was like 3 sides had some text and 3 sides that were blank.
Yes.
Like that was.
Yeah.
It seemed to be prevalent.
That one, because I think gaining 1 or 2 time is like not as valuable as gaining extra spaces of movement
Sure,
or
sure.
horror reduction or
Yeah.
whatever other things they do. So yeah, that die is a lot more consistent. Some of
Yeah.
the other ones have
Like
3
we never
blanks.
rolled
Yeah.
it on a blank side when we were using it.
Right.
So great.
Cool. Well, good game, Kyle.
Good game.
We crushed it. 1 down, 59 to go.
Yep, that joke won't get old.
No, never. That one I can reuse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comments about that one.
Thank you for watching. We do plan to play through the Hans campaign in order, and then assuming we're having fun and want to continue, we're not really committing to 60 games. We will pick another one, not necessarily the second one printed in the book, which will
Yeah.
be Poltergeist, but we'll pick another one to do. So I invite you, dear viewer, to play along. The interesting thing about these scenarios is that if you wanted to play this, a lot of the variables would be the same,
Yeah.
which makes it much more interesting, I think, to like let us know in the comments how your game compared
Yeah.
to ours. Did
The shuffle of the terror deck can mean a lot, I guess, right?
for sure, yeah, and like we had a girlfriend in play. You will have a girlfriend in play, but yours might not explode in a dog fire. Which might change your game entirely. So yeah, play this scenario. Let us know in the comments how it goes, and we will be back to play the next Han scenario. So if you want to play ahead, feel free, and then compare yours to how it turns out with us then too.
I can't believe the docks blew up while she was there.
That's
That was so wild.
ridiculous. Yep. It introduced her, and and this is a horror movie franchise, so she wasn't really dead.
No.
I peeked ahead of the next scenario, and Lucy's in the future.
I was gonna say,
yeah.
we never found her body.
No, well, we never checked the lake.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't go to the lake.
We
the
actually
whole
never
game.
turned back.
Turns out she
We-
just jumped off the docks and
Yeah.
was okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
The lake was. Yeah, I was gonna say the lake is next to the docks.
We just saw it. We saw it blow up. That's all we saw.
Yeah.
And then we just moved.
Yeah,
on
we
with our
never went
lives.
back
We
either.
never went
Yeah,
back. Yeah.
yeah.
We were like, well, she's dead.
So she'll be okay. She'll walk into like the 3rd scene of the next movie and be like a surprise to the audience.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm so happy we're spoiling it right now.
Yeah. Right. Yep. We're great.
This
movie
is all
critics
cut.
here.
This is all cut and post. It's fine.
All right. Well, we'll be back to see what Lucy's hijinks are next time. Let's spoil this too. It'll be what's that symbol? Oh no,
No, we've ruined it.
it's the one with the house symbol. I think it's the Poltergeist's location, Creech Manor, but I don't know the icons well enough to actually. Anyway, I think we'll be back.
Surprising.
with Hans in Creech Manor.
It'll be something
Yeah.
else, I'm sure.
Join us then. In the meantime, like and subscribe, and be optimal.